Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Harwell. And welcome to Boston Red Sox baseball. Keep your windows open and let the baseball in. We've got plenty of action here on APBA. We're coming to you from out here at the park where the Red Sox will host the visiting Chicago White Sox. Their record now, 3-1. Game number 2 of 4 here in Boston. The White Sox took the first. The Red Sox take the field here in the first. Here's how it lines up defensively for the Red Sox. York at first base. Dorr at second. Pesky, the shortstop. Russell at third. Across the outfield, in left is Metkovich. In center, DiMaggio. And over in right, Williams. Wagner is behind the plate and on the mound for the Red Sox. The right-handed Barris. This is Barris' second start of the season. 1 win, no losses. He won on his last outing. After 1 game, his ERA at 2. He comes at you. He will be facing White Sox starter, right-hander Shaw. So settle in. We're ready to start this game. Well, here's Landis to start it off, and he hacks from the right. A valuable bat. So far at the plate, 3 for 15. He's walked once. Landis in the box. Wagner ready to receive. Barris with the pitch. Ball 4, and Barris dishes a free pass. Here comes Torgerson to take his cuts. Torgerson not strong at the plate so far this season. 1 for 9. He's walked twice. Landis will take a big lead. He has the speed. Torgerson ready. Right-handed Barris goes to the set position. The pitch to Torgerson. Breaking ball high and inside. Ball 1. Torgerson stands in again. Right-hander Barris ready. Landis bluffs going. The pitch, Torgerson rips it toward short. Pesky fields it cleanly, flips to second for the force, and on to first in time. 2 for the price of 1. Now Lawler to face Barris. That's right. You don't want to let down with him. So far at the plate, only 2 for 16. He's due. Sherm has 1 homer on the season. No walks yet. Lawler now ready. Barris will go to work on him. He wheels and deals. Lawler swings. It's a high bouncer to third. Russell gloves it. Sets. Long throw to first, and he gets him. And the side is retired. For the White Sox, nothing across. White Sox, nothing. Red Sox coming up. For the White Sox, overall, they now stand at 1-3. In the league, starting this game, they are 8. In batting at 160. Third in home runs with 5. Second best in stolen bases with 4. Second in ERA at 3.51. The White Sox take the field here in the first. Here's how it lines up defensively for the White Sox. Torgerson at first base. Fox at second. Aparicio, the shortstop. Phillips at third. The outfield consists of Rivera in left field. Landis in center field. And Smith over in right. Lawler is behind the plate and going today for Chicago. The right hand throwing Shaw. For Shaw, his first appearance of the season. Pesky leading it off. Pesky at the plate to hit. To date at bat 6 for 17. He's walked twice. Shaw prepares to come home. The pitch. Hot shot to the right side. Fox to his left. Pedal bounce. Juggles it. Throws quickly to first. Not in time. And they're giving him the base hit. DiMaggio's up. Dom is a tough out so far at the plate. 6 hits in 18 trips. 1 homer. 2 ribbies. He's walked 3 times. Pesky at first is a speedster. Now Shaw ready. Quick move to the plate. He squares, bunted hard toward first. Torgerson has it, looks at second, and goes there just in time. Good heads-up play. 1 away. For Boston, 1 out, 1 on. It's now Williams the bat. Ted, a terrific slugger so far. 5 hits in 17 trips. 2 homers, 4 RBI. He's walked 4 times. Swift-footed DiMaggio at first. Williams gets in there. Pitcher Shaw set to go. They're holding DiMaggio. But he's well off the bag. Shaw into his motion, delivers. High bounce at his short. He has to wait. Now he has it, looks at second. He'll go to first, and that's out number 2. DiMaggio moves up. Dorr is stepping up to hit against Shaw. He's a right-handed batter. He's their cleanup hitter for Boston. 2 down. DiMaggio on second. Dorr, a fair hitter. So far, 4 for 16. Bobby has homered twice with 5 ribbies. He's walked once. Pitcher Shaw set to go. DiMaggio moves quietly toward third. Here's a pitch. On the hand, popped up. Phillips is drifting back. Aparicio racing over into foul territory. He waves off Phillips and makes the catch, and that's out number 3. The line for the Red Sox: no runs, 1 hit. They leave 1. No score. The White Sox will get a try in the top of the 2nd inning. Smith, Fox, and Rivera to bat next. Smith will lead off the 2nd. He swings from the right. A streaky hitter. So far at the plate, 3 for 16. 1 homer. No walks yet. Smith steadies his bat. Right-hander Barris ready. The delivery from Barris. Hit high. That's into center. DiMaggio squeezes it. 1 away. Fox, bat in hand. Fox, good at the plate so far. 2 for 12. He's walked 3 times. Fox can get on for you. Nelly ready. Ferris looking in at the target. Ferris over the offering. Slowly rolled toward Pesky. Pesky covers it plenty of time. Fires. And that's the 2nd out. Next up, Rivera. 2 away. Rivera not strong at the plate. So far this season, only 1 hit in 15 trips. 1 homer. 2 ribbies. He's walked once. The batter stands in. Ferris prepared to work. Ferris into the wind. Rivera chops it toward York. He backs up and plays the big hop. He waves off Ferris and takes it himself. 3 away. So the White Sox go in order. Boston due up. For Boston here in the 2nd. York, Metkovich, and Wagner. Leading off, York. York good at the plate today, batting 6 for 15. 1 homer. 5 ribbies. He's walked twice. Pitcher Shaw set to go. Shaw comes home. Fly ball center field. Plenty of room. Landis is there and takes it in. 1 down. Metkovich up to hit. Metkovich, a fair hitter, still looking for his first hit. 0 for 15. He's walked once. Metkovich relaxes himself at the plate. Now Shaw ready. Shaw into the wind. Check swing. He went around. 2 down. Next up, Wagner. He does not hit for average to date. Only 1 hit and 17 trips. He's walked 4 times. Lawler crouched down now. Shaw deals. He pops it up. Torgerson is backing up. He's calling for it and makes the catch for the 3rd out. So the Red Sox go quietly. No score. The top of the 3rd inning coming up. Ferris will now face the bottom of the White Sox lineup. Phillips, Aparicio, and Shaw coming up. Okay. Here's Phillips to start it off. You don't want to pitch carelessly to Bubba on the season. 2 for 13. Bubba has 1 homer on the season. He's knocked in 2. He's walked twice. Phillips gets in there. Ferris ready. The pitch to Phillips. Swung on, poked to right. Base hit. Williams gets in front of it. Fields it cleanly. Phillips rounds first and holds. He's on with a single for Chicago. The first hit in this game. Aparicio up to bat. Phillips on first. A valuable bat on the year. Only 1 hit and 14 trips. He's due. Phillips with satisfactory speed. Batter waits. Ferris focuses in on the target. First baseman York holding the runner on. Ferris kicks and delivers. Aparicio waves at it. Strike. Phillips breaks for second. Here's Wagner with a throw. The slide. And Phillips crawls under the tag. He almost came up short on that slide. That's his first steal of the season. Aparicio back in the box. Ferris on the rubber. Right-hander Ferris ready. Ferris cranks it up. Lined hard to left toward the gap. It's rolling. That's good for extra bases. Phillips is around third. He scores. Metkovich gets it in quickly. Aparicio stops at second. So the double scores 1, and the White Sox go ahead by a run, 1-0 here in the 3rd. For Aparicio, his first double of the season. That's Aparicio's first run batted in of the season. Aparicio standing out at second. Here's a pitcher, Shaw. Bob taking his first at bat of the season. Right-hander Ferris goes to the set position. Infield drawn in a few feet. Aparicio stretching his lead. The pitch is on the way. Shaw squares, bunted back to the mound. Ferris has it, looks at third, but fires to York at first. The throw is wild into right field. Aparicio scores, and Shaw cruises into second. That'll be an error on Ferris. That was the pitcher, Shaw, who got that started, helping his team. And the White Sox now lead 2-0. Shaw on at second, no one out. Landis the hit. He's their leadoff hitter. Wagner crouched down now. Ferris brings it home. Fastball. Badly fooled. Strike 3. 1 away. One on. The top of the 3rd inning. Torgerson's up. Torgerson in the box. Ferris staring in, ready to work. Ferris brings it home. Stroked solidly to left field. It drops in front of Metkovich. Shaw rounds third. The throw comes into Russell, and they're holding Shaw at third. The next White Sox batter is Lawler, right-hander. White Sox with Shaw at third, Torgerson at first. One away. One RBI for Sherm this season. Does not strike out often. Lawler steadies his bat. Right-hander Ferris ready. Torgerson is off with the pitch. Here's the pitch, lofted to left. Metkovich moves under it, and he takes it in. Torgerson is headed back to first. Shaw is tagging. Shaw is headed home. Here comes the throw. And he's out on a close play. Go to town, Red Sox. They cut off the run. The coach was waving him on with 2 outs. McCoy says his boy's running, but he comes up short here. The half for the White Sox. 2, 3, 1. They lead 1. They move ahead in the game. Red Sox behind the White Sox. 2-0. The Red Sox will have Russell, Ferris, and Heskey here in the third. Russell starts it for the Red Sox. His recent track record at the plate isn't good at all. So far this season, 2 for 15, 1 homer. He has yet to walk. Russell gets in there. Shaw prepares to come home. Shaw winds up. Batted slowly toward first. Torgerson fields it and feeds Shaw coming over for the putout. Now at bat, Ferris. Offensively this season, he's 0 for 2 and walked once. Shaw focuses in on the target. Shaw into the wind. Upstairs with a fast one. Ferris doesn't offer, and Shaw gets the call. He's out on strikes. 2 down. Well, for Boston. None on, 2 gone. Left-sided Heskey will bat next for Boston. Batter waits. Pitch of Shaw set to go. Here's the delivery. Bang to right. It's in there. Smith fields it. Heskey starts for second, but he's quickly back as the throw comes into Aparicio. Single for Heskey. Second hit for Heskey in the game. 1 on. DiMaggio the hit. Shaw poised. Here comes the pitch. Swung on. It's a high fly to center. Landis roams over. Plenty of room. This should do it. And he takes it in. And the side is retired. For the Red Sox, no runs on 1 hit. They leave 1. We've played 3. Red Sox still down by 2. The White Sox will have Smith, Fox, and Rivera here in the 4th. Smith will lead it off. Catcher Wagner sets his target. The pitch. He swings. It's a fly ball to the gap in right. DiMaggio is racing over. So is Williams. It drops in for a hit, and he will make second easily. A double for Smith. For Smith, his first double of the season. The White Sox have no outs. Smith on at second. We have Fox to bat for the White Sox. The batter stands in. Ferris now set. The pitch. Swung on. Softly hit line to center. Here comes DiMaggio. He makes the running catch. Steals a hit from Fox. Smith held up, and now he tags. But they'll hold him there as the ball is fired back in. One on. Now Rivera to face Ferris. Rivera ready. Ferris looking in at the target. The pitch. Lined hard to left. Base hit. Metkovich is racing over. He cuts it off. Smith is around third. The throw comes into Russell, and they're holding Smith at third. For Chicago, Smith on third. Rivera on first. One gone. Phillips up. On the season, Phillips has 2 runs batted in. He puts the ball in play. Batter waits. Ferris gets set to pitch. Rivera is on the move. Hit deep to left field over Metkovich's head. Smith will score. It's off the wall. Metkovich plays the carom. Rivera digging. He rounds third. They're waving him in. And he scores. Phillips then standing with a double. So 2-run score on Phillips' double. And the White Sox add to their lead. The score now 4-0. Now coming up, Aparicio. Catcher ready. Now Ferris comes home with it. It's a moonshot, right field. Williams over. He's got lots of room. Waits. Waits.
We copy you down, Eagle. Listen, tranquility base here. The Eagle has landed.
And brings it in. Phillips is tagging. Williams sets. But the coach flashes the stop sign as the ball is returned to the infield. Shaw comes up to bat. Shaw steps in. Wagner crouched down now. Quick move to the plate. Popped high to the right side. Drifting foul. York is backing up. Second baseman Dorr is racing over. He's calling him off. And makes the running catch. 3 down. The half for the White Sox. 2, 3, and 0. They leave 1. So the White Sox now with a safer margin. Red Sox on the short end. 4-0. The Red Sox now send up the heart of their order to face Shaw. The 3, 4, 5 hitters. Williams, Dorr, and York. Williams leading it off. Williams stands in. Lawler set. The pitch. Slow roller toward third. Phillips has to rush his peg. And he gets his man. 1 down. Dorr is the next hitter. Dorr waits. Now Shaw ready. Shaw brings it home. Twistle to right, in there for a hit. Smith is over quickly, bobbles the ball momentarily, but Dorr isn't buying it. He sticks to first with a single. York is the next hitter. York in the box. Catcher ready. The pitch comes in. Popped up in foul territory. Lawler scrambles back toward the screen. It's playable, and he makes the catch. 2 away. Now coming up, Metkovich. Metkovich in the box. Lawler ready to receive. Shaw kicks and deals. Swung on, line to short. He leaps, caught. That'll do it for Boston. Nothing across. 1 left. They had a chance but could not convert. The score still 4-0. Red Sox trail. Chicago now will send out the top of the order. Landis, Torgerson, and Lawler. Landis to lead it off. Landis, decent bat control. Right-hander Ferris, ready. The offering to Landis. Check swing. Ball 4. And he trots down to first. Now at bat, Torgerson. Torgerson has a hit and 2 at-bats. Right-hander Ferris, ready. Here's the delivery. It's a bullet to Pesky. Caught. Over to first. Double play. Just like that. Lawler coming up. The hitter stands in. Ferris looking home. Here's a pitch. Lawler hits a comebacker. Ferris knocks it down, barehands it, and throws to first. Bang, bang! And the ump calls Lawler out. For the White Sox, nothing across. Red Sox behind the White Sox, 4-0. The Red Sox will send out the bottom of the lineup. Wagner, Russell, and Ferris. Here's Wagner to start it off. Wagner can get on for you. Shaw staring in, ready to work. Shaw delivers. Lined hard to left. Rivera had him played perfectly, and he gloves it. He scarcely had to move. 1 away. Red Sox hitter Russell. Russell comes up there swinging. Not a patient hitter. Right-hander Shaw, ready. The pitch. Lined hard to left. Rivera running. He stabs back and makes the catch. Good recovery. 2 away. Here's Ferris coming to the plate. Ferris ready. Shaw poised. Shaw brings it to the plate. Line to right. Coming on is Smith. He's there, and he pulls it in. 3 down. The White Sox retire the side in order. The score still stands 4-0. Red Sox down as we head for the top of the 6th inning. For Chicago, it'll be Smith, Fox, and Rivera. Smith will start the 6th. Respectable power. Batter set. Ferris looking in at the target. Ferris deals. Swung on, hit to Metkovich in deep left. He's back. Plenty of room. Takes a couple of steps to his left and brings it in for the first out. Now coming to bat for the White Sox, Fox. He has occasional power. Wagner sets up. The delivery from Ferris. And it's chopped down the first baseline. York covers it and touches the bag. 2 down. Now coming up, Rivera. Rivera gets in there. Ferris staring in, ready to work. Ferris winds up. Slow bounder to the right side. York to his right. Scoops it. Flips to Ferris. Just in time. For the White Sox, 3 up, 3 down. Red Sox still with a 4-run deficit. Top of the order here for Boston in the 6th. Pesky, DiMaggio, and Williams. Pesky starts it for the Red Sox. His average now at .421. Johnny steps up. Shaw looking home. Shaw delivers. Grounded to box. He scoops it up. Flips to first. 1 away. DiMaggio up. Dom has a good eye. Right-hander Shaw ready. Shaw into the wind. DiMaggio hits a comebacker. Shaw knocks it down. Barehands it and throws to first. Close play. And the ump calls DiMaggio out. Now at bat, Williams. Lawler crouched down now. Shaw to the wind. Williams smacks it to right like a rocket. And right fielder Smith spears it. He's holding it up and waving it for all to admire. That's 3 away. Shaw sets them down in order. Red Sox behind the White Sox. 4-zip. Ferris will now face the bottom of the White Sox lineup. Phillips, Aparicio, and Shaw coming up. Phillips leading off the 7th. He has occasional power. The batter stands in. Ferris gets set to pitch. Now Ferris comes home with it. Swung on and missed. Ferris pulled a string. And Phillips was way out in front. 1 away. Now coming up, Aparicio. Lewis, not a slugger. Aparicio, ready. Ferris prepares to come home. The pitch. Line to short, and he's got it. 2 away. Shaw getting ready to go. Shaw waiting, bat stirring slightly. Ferris gets set to work on him. Here's the delivery. Slash to right. It's in there. Williams fields it. Shaw starts for second, but he's quickly back as the throw comes into Pesky. Single for Shaw. Now at bat, Landis. Ferris looking in. The delivery. An infield roller by Landis. Pesky charges. The flip to first, and that's out number 3. That'll do it for Chicago. Nothing across. There were no errors. 1 left on. They cannot add to their lead. Red Sox behind the White Sox. 4-0. Okay, folks, on your feet. Take a break for the 7th inning stretch. For Boston, it'll be Dorr, York, and Metkovich. Here's Dorr to lead it off. Dorr can get on for you. Dorr in the box. Shaw prepares to come home. And the pitch comes in. He goes the other way. Slashed into the hole. Base hit. And Dorr holds with a single. Second hit for Dorr in the game. York, bat in hand. Shaw comes set. He brings it in. Grounded hard to second. Funny bounce. Knocks it down. Flips it to first. Out at first. 1 down. Dorr moves it to scoring position. Metkovich up. Shaw set. Speedy Dorr edging toward third. Now the delivery. It's a moonshot. Right field. Smith over. He's got lots of room. Waits. And brings it in. Dorr is tagging. Smith sets. But they're holding him at second as the throw comes in. Wagner getting ready to go. Shaw gets set to pitch. Dorr stretching his lead. The pitch to Wagner. A towering fly ball to right. Over Smith's head. Bounces at the base of the wall. Dorr scores. Wagner heading for third. Here comes the throw. And he's safe. Onto the tag. Triple and an RBI. So a run scores on Wagner's first triple, but they still trail by 3. 1 on the bottom of the 7th inning. Here's the right-handed Russell to take his swings. Rip is not a slugger. Lawler ready to receive. The pitch. Punched and caught back Shaw. That's 3 away. For the Red Sox, a run on 2 hits. 1 left. They score, but still trail by 3. The score now stands 4-1 White Sox as we head for the top of the 8th inning. Well, folks, the clouds have moved in quickly here in Boston. Here comes the rain. The umpire is calling time. And they're calling them in.
East side, west side, all around the town. Hopscotch and rain, the roses, London bridges falling down. Boys and girls together, me and Mamie O'Rourke, trip to the light and happy on the east side of baseball.
And they're finally rolling back the tarp. We'll see if these pitches are still fresh. Let's play some baseball. Ferris will now face the White Sox artillery. Torgerson, Lawler, and Smith. Here's Torgerson to start it off. He bats left. Torgerson in the box. Ferris looking in. The pitch. Swung on. Fly ball right field. Williams moves under it. Back pedals. And takes it in. 1 away. One down. Base is empty for Chicago. Lawler will bat next for Chicago. A right-sider. Lawler steadies his bat. Wagner sets up. Ferris to the wind. Paints the black. Strike 3 call. 2 away. Okay, Chicago now sends Smith the bat from the right. He's their cleanup hitter. Smith waits. Ferris focuses in on the target. The offering. Slashed into the hole. Door to his left. He has it. Over to York. Smith is gone. 3 away. So the White Sox go quietly. Red Sox behind the White Sox. 4-1. And they'll try to get it back coming up. Ferris, Pesky, and DiMaggio due up for Boston. Ferris is scheduled to hit. Time's running out for the Red Sox. Ferris takes his stance. Now Shaw ready. Red Sox skipper McCarthy walking down the bench. McCarthy is yanking Ferris. Who is it? Culberson will bat for him. Bats right. He shoulders the bat. Heads out. So Ferris gets his innings. He pitched 8. He yielded 4 runs. 3 earned on 7 hits. He stands to lose it unless the Red Sox can make up the 3-run deficit. Culberson up there. Culberson good at the plate. This is his 3rd game on the year. 0 for 1. He's walked once. He's stolen 1 base. Time's running out for the Red Sox. Culberson can get on for you. Shaw will go to work on him. The pitch. It's a ground hugger to short. Aparicio gloves it and easily throws out Culberson. And that's the first out. Well, Pesky is stepping up to hit against Shaw. He bats left-handed for Boston. Base is empty. One away. Johnny is 2 for 3. Johnny has a good eye. The Red Sox have to get busy with the bat. Lawler set. Shaw winds and fires. Pesky piles into this pitch. That could be trouble. Smith races it to the wall. Back. Picked clean. 2 gone. DiMaggio is stepping up to hit against Shaw. 2 away. Dom is 0 for 3. After DiMaggio, Shaw would face Williams, then Dorr. DiMaggio stands in. Shaw prepared to work. The pitch. Lofted down the line to right. Smith racing over. He won't get it. He cuts it off. DiMaggio wisely holds first. He's on with a single. For Boston, DiMaggio on first, 2 down. The next Red Sox batter is Williams. He's a left-handed batter. If Williams gets on, they'll have a fighting chance. In the on-deck circle, Dorr swinging a heavy weight, watching the motion on the mound. Ted steps up. Shaw poised. Shaw now. Bouncer to Fox. He flips to Aparicio at second. And they get him. Side retired. That'll do it for Boston. No runs on 1 hit. There were no errors. 1 left. They had a chance but could not convert. The score is still 4-1 Chicago as we go to the top of the 9th inning. For Chicago, it'll be Fox, Rivera, and Phillips. Brown is coming on in relief for Boston. For Brown, this is his first appearance. He's a right-handed pitcher. Here's Fox to start it off. He swings from the left side. Brown is finished with his warm-up pitches. The umpire is brushing off the plate. We're ready to go. Brown looking in at the target. Brown brings it. Fox tops it down the third baseline. It'll be a tough play for Russell. The off-balance peg. Yes. Got him by a stride. Sweet play by Russell. And that's the first out. Rivera to hit. Rivera now ready. Brown looking home. Brown brings it to the plate. Grounded to Dorr. He scoops it up. Flips to first. And that's out number 2. Phillips gets set to face Brown. The batter stands in. Brown will go to work on him. Now the pitch. Hit hard to Pesky. He takes a high hop. Throws quickly to first, and he's out on a close play. 3 away. So the White Sox go down 1-2-3. Red Sox still with a 3-run deficit. For Boston, it'll be Dorr, York, and Metkovich. Dorr will get it started for the Red Sox. He bats right. Dorr can get on for you. He's already delivered 2 hits in the game. He's calling for Lown, the right-hander. So Shaw gets his innings. He pitched 8. He yielded 1 earned run on 6 hits. He struck out 2. He stands to win it. For Lown, this is his first appearance. He's a right-handed pitcher. It's his game to save. Lown is finished with his warm-up pitches. The umpire is brushing off the plate. We're ready to go. Right-hander Lown ready. The pitch. Dorr lashes one to right. It falls, and Dorr is on with a single. 3rd hit for Dorr in the game. Next up, York. Door on at first. They need York to get on some way, somehow. Lown looking home. The pitch from Lown. Bounced sharply to the left side. Aparicio grabs it and flips the second for one. The pivot and the peg to Torgerson. York beats the ball to first. No double play. One away. Ninth inning. One on. Metkovich the hit. The batter stands in. Lown staring in, ready to work. The pitch. High and tight. The ump says ball 4. And Catfish will get down to first. One out. Ninth inning. 2 on. Wagner the hit. Not a home run threat. Lown is on the slab. His motion stopped. Lown set. The runners take their lead. The pitch comes in. Pop foul behind first. Fox is over. He's under it. And hauls it in. And the runners hold. Runners at first and second. 2 down. The bottom of the 9th inning. Boston now sends Russell to bat. Not a home run threat. Russell 0 for 3. Russell knows what his team needs is a hit. Russell preparing himself. Lown inspects the ball. Russell in the box. Waits for the pitch. Lown climbs a mound. Lown gets set to work on him. The pitch from Lown. Chopper back to the mound. Lown comes in. Picks it up. Fires to first. And gets him by a step to retire the side. So it goes. The Red Sox lose. And the White Sox take it. They've won by a score of 4-1. Here's the line for the White Sox. 4 runs on 7 hits. No errors. They leave 3 for the Red Sox. A run on 7 hits. 1 miscue for the Red Sox. And they leave 7. Shaw gets his first win. His record now 1-0. Ferris takes his first loss. His record now 1-1. The save goes to Lown, his first. So the White Sox gain a step in this 4-game series. They now stand at 2-0 for the White Sox. Overall, they now stand at 2 and let's see, 3. The Red Sox. Overall, 3 wins, 2 losses. In the next game, the Red Sox will have another try. That puts the wraps on this one. Ernie Harwell and WAPBA leaving you from Boston. White Sox take this one from the Red Sox, 4-1.
All right. Hey, everybody. I'm not going to hold you up long. Mr. Red Sox fan is also doing a game right now. It's, I guess it's a new project or something he kind of does every once in a while. It's Ted Williams' final season, 1960. So I'm sure it's where all the Red Sox fans are. But lots of good stuff today for everybody. Baseball, as far as in our community. So check it out. Legend Sports Universe, Game 2 of his World Series. Might be a Game 3 either tonight or tomorrow. Looking forward to that. No spoilers. Not really, although if you clicked on the link that Legends put in the chat, then it's not a spoiler. So there's that. Bernard Strom did 1912 today. I was out for a while, so I'm not sure if Dwayne had any games up, but everybody just really, really super active, doing a lot of baseball, and certainly glad to see it. Yeah, lots of baseball content as always. Cousin Ken, we need to get back to some old-timey baseball, though. We haven't been doing much of that, so got to get back to it. Been trying to create those parks and out of the park right now, so I want to try to get something else going to fill in that time until that goes. It's my understanding, guys, I think tomorrow night, unless Big Clue or Steve Tate will write in the comments or let us know in one of the broadcasts, is going to be the Shanks. It's a sort of different Shanks this time. So that, I think, is tomorrow night, draft night. Yeah, so am I, cousin. I'm ready to get back to the dead ball era in the 19th century. I'm really thinking about, though, something really wild and doing 1884. Since Action PC will adjust to those rules, has to be called pitch by pitch. But what the hell, might be fun. So I don't know yet. I'm trying to think of something, because I mean, these games are fun, playing more modern era and stuff like that. But to me, there's just something missing, I guess. I don't know, stolen bases and errors and all that kind of happy stuff. So yeah, once again, it's sort of like an author in search of a novel or something, or a novel in search of an author. I don't know which, but since we finished up the KCCL tournament, I'm just kind of like doing random baseball, I suppose, which is all right. But yeah, I mean, lots of people doing stuff. Dwayne Mart's YouTube network doing 1961 replay, mainly focusing, it looks like exclusively focusing on the Braves and the Yankees, so good stuff. Bernard doing 2 replays online, that 1912 Red Sox and Action PC Baseball, and the 1950 Red Sox on PC Replay Baseball. I guess then the next one he's going to do is 1949. So looking forward to those projects coming down the line. Yeah, Miss Bunning with 1 out and lots of stolen bases, and pitchers will go the distance. Absolutely. Well, I know there's one dead ball project we need to finish up, cousin, and that's the 1915 World Series. So the only reason I don't jump into that is I think Legends is going to be going on pretty soon. I think. So, and but anyhow, there. See, Christopher, like he's switching between Al Red Sox standing here, and it's all good. Oh, you bet. So Bernard says next season replays will be doing on 1949 and 1914. 1914, the year of the Boston Miracle Braves. They were in last place in Independence that day and would win it all in 1914. Great story there. Christopher had to do morning recess duty. Check out his Beatles Eternally, and I'm flattered, I'm honored. It's a blast. His Beatles Eternally Little League project. It's hilarious, man. Christopher, between the broadcasts that he's coming up with these broadcasters, and now this Little League, certainly as MV would say, he's very innovative, right? You know, innovation is always good, Beatles. You've got to get on, it's all cobblers, isn't it, MV? So he's probably sleeping right now, mouth out again. So, but we love him. Anyhow, so support all these folks and all the good things that they're doing. Bernard, poor Bernard, I felt badly for him, although, it turned out well for him in a way, but had to call a blowout. And those are the worst. Those are the absolute worst to do. But still, it was a fun game, and Bernard really has getting a handle on dead ball. He's like, well, so he did. He actually went against conventional modern baseball wisdom and walked the lead runner on and got the next out, and he called it up right and everything. So good stuff. And of course, what Legends is doing there. No spoilers, at least for Game 1. Rue Boisdel was dominant in that game, and it was great to see that. I mean, one of the great strikeout pitchers of all time, and Waddell was just mowing down giant after giant after giant. It was a beautiful thing. Not so much for the Giants, but certainly for Oakland. I'm not going to talk about today's game if you didn't look at the link that that Legends put in the chat. I'm not going to spoil it, but another good game today between the A's and the Giants. The Battle of the Bay, man. The Battle of the Bay. Good stuff. Sans Earthquake, too, we should add. Yay! Glad. Ken Castro says deadball content creators are his heroes. So, Ken, what have you been doing, man? What's been going on with the Bats League, and how are my Pirates doing, man? Well, Christopher and I, we're both Pirate fans. How are our Pirates doing? Well, 19th century creators are gods, yes. So can't lay claim to that because I just don't have the expertise to do 19th century justice, but I certainly have fun with it, that's for sure. But anxious to get this out of the park project going. Where cousin and I and a few others picked 30 teams, 15 from the 19th century and 15 from the dead ball era, and starting with that. But man, doing these ballparks, I wish Michael Silva would come in. It's like, Michael, can you make me some 19th century ballparks or whatever? Because I'm using their ballpark creator, and it's like it's painful in a way because it's limited. I mean, the parks look nice, but geez, the ballpark creator in Earl Weaver baseball was far more robust. So um, I'm thinking about just maybe creating one generic park for the 19th century or a couple of them, and with a bunch of cornfields and stuff like that, and small seats using the minor league park model, and just let it go. Back-to-back home runs for the 1954 Giants. They lead Hawaii 5-0 right now. I thought you were playing Hawaii? I thought you were playing. What? What are you talking about, Hawaii, Robbie? You're confusing me. I thought it was the 1915 Red Sox and the 1954 Giants. Where'd Hawaii come from, buddy? Help me, help me. Ken says, ripping through the Bats League. Buccos are 5-10. Eesh. They don't have the pitching to match up with the rest of the league. Yeah, well, no surprise if you're a Pirate fan. Again, there's not a Pittsburgh Pirate pitcher or one associated with the Pirates that's in the Baseball Hall of Fame. And I really think we're certainly only the original 16. We have no Hall of Famers. It really sucks. Oh, okay. All right. Gotcha, Robbie. They lead Hawaii 5-0. So they're playing the 1915 Red Sox. Do you have Babe Ruth pitching in that one, Robbie? So, okay, Sam Lever doing pretty well. 2 wins, no losses, and an ERA of 1. Again, Sam, one of those Hall of Very Good and whatever. And Vic Willis is in the Hall of Fame, but he's mainly associated with the Braves. So, I don't know, man. I can't think of any Pirates who are going to make the Hall of Fame as pitchers either, which is really sad. We've had Hall of Famers who pitched for the Pirates, but none like Bob Gibson was a Cardinal, Mordecai Brown was a Cub, Mathewson a Giant, so on and so forth. So kind of sucks. Antonelli versus Foster. Okay. Pie Traynor hitting 316. Good to see Pie Traynor getting some love. So I don't know, is Legend still here? Let me check, because if he's already starting, I don't want to cut into that. It's just Al and me right now. So we'll see who's hanging out here. Boom. All right. Yes, we got everybody. We got a few switches backs and forths, and that's good. So anyhow, yeah. Bucks have stolen 12 of 13. So I mean, we're doing our Buccos. The Buccos are doing some stuff at least. So that's really, really good. But I wish I knew where Legends was, because gotta know. I'm almost tempted to do 1915, but Moon Gibson has thrown out 11 of 20 attempts, getting some good. Okay, so next question, cousin, how are your Phillies doing in the Bats League? How are the Phils doing? I hope for your sake, pretty well. That's your team. And yeah, so what else was going on around baseball? RJO Network had his All-Star game tonight in his 2016 Cards and Dice replay of the 2016 season, so that was a good one. And the proper league won, which was nice, although it was a scary game. But yeah, that is it. Legends, where are you, man? Tell me if you're coming on. So the Phillies, 8 wins, 8 losses. They're facing Mathewson possibly tonight. And got Chalmers on the hill for the Phillies. So Phillies 8-8 in that Bats League. That's pretty damn good. That's tough. But facing Mathewson, that's Mathewson's always scary. What can you say? The only thing worse than facing Mathewson is facing Walter Johnson, I suppose, or Rube Waddell. But oof. Anyhow, I guess that's it. Yeah. Sliding Billy, there you got to be happy about that. Sliding Billy Hamilton leading the league with 11 steals. So how many games season are you playing with that, Ken? So I know you're not afraid to roll up a bunch of games and everything like that. You're not like we digital wusses, right? Dwayne asking kind of the same thing. He says, wanting to know how many games do you average in a day? So, oh my God, Mathewson is 2-0 with a .58 earned run average. Man, oh man. Matty's a beast. Did he punch any lemonade vendors yet? I lost it when I read that in that Tales from the Deadball era. So 50 for each team. Good. Well, you're definitely get your money's worth. And since that's such, it's an old-time franchise, great. You could just put all those cards in a pool afterwards and do a fantasy draft. My God, there's so much you could do with that. That's such a great set. I'm glad you bought it. So glad you bought it. But yeah, we need to get back to some old-time baseball because I miss it. And miss it every time we finish one of the projects. Now, like, okay, I'll do some of this baseball for a while, but it's like, but where's Cobb? Where's Wagner? Where's Speaker? Where's Matty? Where's Johnson? So Ken rolls up about 3 or 4 games a day. Wow. Well, you were giving good advice then, I would say, cuz, right? Because you've been really enjoying that, and I mean, I know I have that same thing somewhere for Baseball for Windows, but I'm using an expanded one. But that Bats roster, it's called Original Franchise All Stars on the PC game, and it's just absolutely brilliant. Let's see, what should we do here? Really quickly here, look at the standings. We're not very far into this season. No, we're not. No, we're not. So the Yankees leading the American League, 4 wins, no losses. Detroit Tigers a half game behind them. In the National League, it's the New York Giants at 4-0 in first place. The Dodgers 2 games back at 2-2, along with the Pirates. Look like, yep, they're 2-2 along with the Cubs. So this one's still early days, and this is not meant to be a project. This is just meant to be something to do. So there we go. That's what's going on in this little league or whatever. Reds are in last place at 3 wins and 12 losses. Yay! All right. Well, that makes me happy. I mean, come on. It's that Reds Pirates thing. Goes back a little ways, so. So. All right, guys. I don't know where Legends is, but I guess we'll go ahead and just chat for a couple minutes until the questions stop. Dwayne asking, Ken, do you play a series or do you play a day at a time? Oh, man, you're playing the long-form APBA Master games, too. Jeez. This is not... No, Robbie, this is just a Great Teams League that I set up. The OFAS that I use, however, is this one with major tweaking. So you can see this is big, 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 big. This is like 30 teams or something like that. This is the one where every team has, like, so the Baltimore Orioles have their own all-time great team apart from the St. Louis Browns. The Brooklyn Dodgers have their own apart from the LA Dodgers, so on and so forth. So, but this one's been weird. It's not switching ballparks, and I have to switch them manually, and I have to get in here and see why it's doing it. It's the only thing that I'm doing here that's not switching ballparks automatically when I play. So, Ken doesn't play. He doesn't mess around with basic APBA, man. Ken is in it all the way. What, this one, Robbie? Yeah, it is. It's really, really fun. And I mean, as you can see, it's just, I'm only in day 2 of this season 2. Again, not a project. Just, something. It's just, again, something to do. I don't have any projects right now. Even that 1934 replays is kind of sometime thing. So, kind of, again, looking for a project. And until I get those ballparks done for Out of the Park, I'm kind of just like, just do a baseball game. I don't know. Full Master. Yeah, but Robbie, this is a fun one. It's really, really cool. Like it a lot. And yeah, I mean, just looking at like here, we just look at these Pirates Phillies for right now, the starting lineup. So I mean, the Bucks have Wagner, Trainer, Clemente, Stargell, Ralph Kiner, Paul Wainer, Manny Sanguian, Bill Mazeroski, Pud Galvin started this game. The Phils had Delahanty, Taylor, Hamilton. That's sliding Billy to you and me. Mike Schmidt. Oh my God, let's see. Chuck Klein, Dick Allen. So, I mean, good stuff. Good stuff. And this was Alexander versus Galvin. And the Phillies beat the Bucks in this one 3-1. So it was a good game. But yeah. It's really a lot of fun. Oh yeah, I could, cousin, definitely. I mean, I've thought about doing it since it's an Apple product. I don't want to, put it into Action PC, but I could easily put it in here. The only thing is I have to fire up my virtual machine because there's a couple players on seasons that I haven't installed here yet or brought over from the Fan Park Encyclopedia. Somebody from 1895, and there's one other, so that's the only reason I really haven't done that. But yeah, I've thought about actually bringing that into the APBA PC game here. I think it would be a lot of fun. I have it somewhere already done, but God knows where it is. So, but it would be fun to do that. But I don't know that I want to. I think it would be cheating if I brought it into Action PC or Out of the Park Baseball. I think it should just go to be an APBA product. So that's just me. I'm a weirdo that way. So, well, I'm a weirdo in a lot of ways. Yeah, so Dwayne talking about that's a give you a good look at each team and players, absolutely. And it is a hell of a set. I mean, look at it here just for a minute, because I'm still hearing nothing from Legends. I'm not trying to hold him up or anything like that, but I don't know whether he's going to do a game. He said hopefully tonight. I hope he does. So I'm not jabbering all over the place. I've got to minimize the screen because I think it's on the other one. Yep, there it is. Coming up. So, Ken talks about this being a hell of a set, so just give this a second here to come up. Come on, you. Look at some of these rosters here. So, this is the Bats pre-expansion, Bats 3 pre-expansion set for APBA, 1875 to 1960. It's got 400 players in it. And, I mean, all of these teams are stacked. Just absolutely stacked. Yeah, so there's Fred Tenney down there for the Braves, Boston, Milwaukee Braves. So, I can't recreate this in APBA until I fire up the encyclopedia and import 1899. And there was one other player, because I was going to do this actually. But let's look at the Phillies here for a moment. So you got Richie Ashburn, Spud Davis, Ed Delahanty, Del Ennis, Slide and Billy Hamilton, Granny Hamner, Don Hurst, Willie Jones, Chuck Klein, Fred Luteris, Heine Sand, Andy Semenuk, Fresco Thompson, Pinky Whitney, Cy Williams, and then you've got Alexander Chalmers, Duggleby, Meyer, Meadows. You got 2 Hall of Famer pitchers on here, Robin Roberts and Grover Cleveland Alexander for the Phillies. And there you can see, so everything in red is a Hall of Famer. And if you look at the Pirates, no Hall of Fame pitchers. Everybody else has at least one, except the Bucks, and that sucks. So, and look at Cleveland, man. They're stacked with pitchers. 5 Hall of Famers. Stan Kovaleski, Feller, Joss, Lemon, and Wynn, the bums. The Red Sox only 1, Cy Young. But still, some damn fine pitchers there with the Red Sox, with Dutch Leonard, Carl Mays. And I like the fact that you have the years, too. So, wasn't for those couple 19th century players, I would definitely do this. I just have to break out that old PC and get these seasons in. So, let me see. Dwayne, I know you're a Braves and Yankees fan, so you've got on this team, you got Hank Aaron, Joe Adcock, Dave Bancroft, Wally Berger, Bill Bruton, Del Crandall, Hugh Duffy, Bob Elliott, Tommy Holmes, Rabbit Ranville, Eddie Matthews, second greatest third baseman of all time, Ray Powell, Al Sporer, Bill Sweeney, Fred Tenney. You got some good pitching on here too, man. Kid Nichols, Spahn, Vic Willis, Lou Burdette, Johnny Sane. So Spahn and Sane and Pray for Rain. You know what you could do, actually, Dwayne, is if you want, I mean, you could put this. I have it too, but I don't play Digital Diamond too much. This would be very easy to do in Digital Diamond baseball. You can actually put it in there. So, something to think about. I don't know if you like doing sort of what ifs or you don't like this, but this is the best of the best. The Dodgers, as you expect, absolutely stacked. So why am I Buccos, man? What's wrong with my Pirates? It's the pitching. Because look at all the red that we have here in position players. We're blessed. Max Carey, Fred Clark, Ralph Kiner, Mazeroski, Pie Traynor, Archie Vaughn, Hannes Wagner, and Lloyd and Paul Wainer. And even the guys here that aren't in the Hall of Fame, like George Gibson, George Grantham. George Grantham was a hell of a good player. Dick Groat, pretty good. I don't think Groat's probably getting a lot of playing time in Ken's league, considering you've got Wagner and Vaughn. What do you do with Dick Groat? But this is a great set, and I'm really glad Cousin bought it. Yeah, no, it does not, Dwayne. That's a misconception. So if you play, yeah, it will only go back to 1927. If you go back to 1927, as far as the, using like Status Pro Baseball, but you can use the Sean Lahman database and go back into the dead ball era and all that. So it actually does go before 1927. And the reason that I know that is because some years ago for Digital Diamond Baseball, an early version, I did 2 or 3 roster sets that were set in the dead ball era. So just use the Sean Lahman database and create your own seasons. But you could only play it digitally. Those players wouldn't be carded, like if you were using the Status Pro Baseball companion with it. So that would be, and if you don't have the Apple cards, but you could play it as a digital game all the way back into the 19th century. Yep, just import them, and you've got so you can do it. But again, you'd have to play it more like a digital game, I suppose. So. As opposed to the way you're doing it. But yeah, it does go back to 1927 in terms of carded seasons, which I think is great. Yeah, Gus Sir. So here's the thing about Gus Sir that you probably already know, cousin. He held the consecutive games played record before Lou Gehrig. I forget, it was something like 800 and some consecutive games played. So nowhere near Gehrig, but Gus Sir was the record holder before Gehrig on that. So little trivia there on Gus Sir. Fine first baseman for the Pittsburgh Pirates, classic Buccos. Yeah, which the digital diamond engine isn't bad. I mean, you can still roll your own dice and input if you still want that visceral feel. I like it, but I mean, I bought it. The only reason I don't play it on this channel is I think that because so many of you are using it as a helper or as an adjunct to the game that you're playing. So in your case, Dwayne, it's APBA. I think that a lot of people probably wouldn't like it seen played anymore as a digital game. So I'd love to see if there's any way that that game that I bought years ago that Jester didn't like because it's a what if thing, but it comes with I forget how many thousands of players. But it's basically Sports Illustrated baseball, but like on steroids and brilliant and amazing. And I'd love to actually use that cards and dice because I am setting up a table for practicing Magic, and there's at least enough room to like roll some dice and some cards. This thing comes with like 1,000 cards printed up, and then it comes with also a DVD with I forget how many more players. It's a pretty amazing game, and watched Jester review it, and I bought it while I was watching. It was so cool, and so it's still sitting here though, waiting to play. I've messed around with it. White Sox getting destroyed 6-0, says Robbie. Ken says the Reds' top shortstop is McMillan, another reason they're not competitive. But Clinton and I figured out that sadly he's the best of those years. He's sitting around 0.56. Yeah, that's not too pretty, is it? That is not too pretty at all. But I mean, the Cincinnati Reds, yeah, they're not really like. I mean, you compare like the guys in red, but I mean, you've got some good players here, but I think the Reds more come into their own when you get into the 70s, 1970s baseball, even 1960s baseball. Not that they weren't strong before. You know, you had those Reds in the late 30s and, you know, the 1940 Reds, good players, but, you know, and of course they quote unquote won the 1919 World Series. But I think much like the Cardinals, a kind of later power in baseball, although, you know, took the Cardinals to 1926 to get to their first World Series. So, Dwayne says, like to do one season using APBA, Status Pro, and Digital Diamond Engine to compare. I think that would be cool. Absolutely. Absolutely would be. To be able to compare these engines like that. And yeah, I think you should do it. Pick a season that you love, another season that you love, and just go for it. And have, I mean, as far as a Digital Diamond Engine, if you wanted to cut your time out, or cut your time down, you could let Digital Diamond, like, so are you seeing, okay, so wait a minute, now I think I'm messed up here. So you would compare APBA and Status Pro in Digital Diamond, or would you include Digital Diamond? Because I'm just wondering, because if you can set up as 3 different files, you could use Digital Diamond to just kind of autoplay, unless you just wanted to play everything on Digital Diamond too. But that would be fun. That would be fun. There's so many things. That's the thing. Like, I'm just having like brain freeze right now. But there's so many great projects you can do, whether you're cards and dice or digital or both. You know, in your case, Dwayne, right? Oh, so you'd be using all 3. Nice. Yeah, I think that'd be a great project. What season would you think of doing? I mean, so figure you're a Yankees fan and a Braves fan. Certainly with the Yankees, you have a plethora of seasons to choose from. If you wanted to pick, you know, one of their World Series, whatever. I think that would be a lot of fun. Nap Lajoie, says Ken, is leading all hitters, hitting 400. Wow. Let me check YouTube here again. See what Mr. Legends is doing. Nothing. I don't know if he's still at work or what's going on with him. Because he's not here. Anyhow. All right, guys. Well, it's always nice to chat, just talk, whatever. We had fun last night with MV on. Guys, anytime we're doing that and, you're on the Discord and you want to come on mic, just come on mic. It'd be great. Great to have you. Final 1954 Giants 10, 1915 Red Sox nothing from Robbie Wartburgland. Yay, yay, yay. Thought about 56, 78, or 83, one of those. All great seasons. All great seasons. Yeah, absolutely. 1956, Don Larson's perfect game in the World Series. 78, of course. All real brilliant seasons. All good seasons. Dwayne, have you given any more thought to your World Series project that you were talking about? Is that something that may come to fruition at some point? I'm just curious because I think it would be really cool. We're still waiting for Robbie to revisit 1908. 1908, Robbie. Robbie says that this is an all-time great teams that he created a while back. Oh, so this is okay. So Dwayne's saying that after the 1961 season, he's been doing his World Series project. That is going to be super cool. That's going to be super cool. So definitely stay tuned for that. I think it's cool here. I'm looking back at this pre-expansion PDF, and it's also telling you, like, if these guys, like, awards. So, like, here, Jim Gilliam, Rookie of the Year, 1953. Really cool. Jackie Robinson, 1949, MVP. It's really, really good. You just gotta love APBA. They're such a cool company in a lot of ways, and except for their lack of support for this game, but we know why. All right, guys. Well, I guess we're going to go ahead and cut it off here. Hey, Ken says, okay, guess he'll fire up another one. You guys twisted my arm. Absolutely. Absolutely. Ken, I wish you'd do, but I know you don't want to get down this rabbit hole. I wish you'd actually broadcast one sometime. That would be a blast. Dwayne says that he'll be using Out of the Park for the World Series project. We'll be picking my mind for it. So many ideas all the time. Be glad to. I'll tell you another good guy to talk to is Christopher Slovic. The way he set up his Creators Cup series, both of them, in Out of the Park baseball was just absolute brilliance. And even Legends used to do a lot of work in Out of the Park baseball. So yeah, man, that's why we got our Discord. So be glad to help in any way I can, or any suggestions or what have you. Joe Strip. How come I've never heard of Joe Strip? He's in the Brooklyn Dodgers here. It's the second year they become. Is this the second or third season they're actually called the Dodgers? 1932. I don't know. Anyhow, I am sitting down. What are you going to tell me, cousin, that you're doing like a 2000 replay or something? Is this what? But I am sitting down. I am sitting down in my chair that needs oiling. So I wait for the reason why I'm sitting down. I think it'd be great. We've had. Oh, nice. I am. Oh my God! Wait, an out of park baseball. Okay, that's it. Break out the defib paddles for me. Ken says he started a World Series with out of the park baseball, the 1911 A's versus the 1972 A's. That'll be fun. That will be really fun. You know who I'm rooting for. Same team you're rooting for, the 1911 A's. Oh my God, Ken playing something on out of the park baseball. Holy, that's it. That's it. Stop the presses. Stop the presses. I'm shocked. I am definitely shocked. Okay, so the 1911 A's, yeah, baby, lead 2-1. That's what we like to hear. That $100,000 infield of Connie Mack going to show those 72 upstarts how it's done. Oh, those 72 A's are a great team, though. Great, great team. But go A's. Give me some Stuffy McGinnis and Rube Oldring and, just all those great players, man. Home Run Baker. Blackjack Berry's on that team. 1911. Good stuff. Actually, how many of the Philadelphia A's are on this? Let's see. Well, it's going to be Philadelphia, Kansas City A's, but you know what I mean. So we got Baker, Bishop, Mickey Cochran, Jimmy Dykes, Jimmy Fox. Yay, Jimmy Fox. Bing Miller, he was pretty good. Al Simmons, Bucketfoot. Then you got Chief Bender, Jack Combs, good pitcher. Lefty Grove, Gettysburg, Eddie Plank, the great Rube Waddell. There's Eddie Rommel. Eddie Rommel, really good. I like to use him in relief roles. Eddie Rommel. So. But yeah, that's a tough. That 1911 A's team is tough, tough, tough. Robbie. Robbie, just this is enough of a shock that Ken is playing a digital baseball game. Yeah, Bob Serve. I was just naming off the Philadelphia guys. But yeah, Bob Serve or Curve. Is it Serve or Curve? I don't know. But yeah, I see that he's on the Philadelphia team. I mean, there's some good guys here from Kansas City, certainly. Gus Zernial is a good player. But wait, Philadelphia. When did they move to Kansas City, cousin? It was around 1951 or something like that, wasn't it? 50, 51, 52, something like that. Dwayne should be. I know Bob Serve was a Yankee. So yeah, he should be. Look at those Yankees, man. Red all the way up and down. Speaking of red, here's a player that Yankees fans, why don't you guys talk about Red Rolfe too much? He was a pretty good player, man, third baseman. I don't hear Yankees fans talking about Red Rolfe, and he was a good player. Good player. What is it with you guys in the Yankees? Huh? You Yankees fans, you have such a rich history. Bob Musial. Why is Bob Musial not in the Hall of Fame? We wonder. I think he deserves to be in there. Dwayne's a pretty good, knowledgeable Yankees fan, but for a lot of Yankees fans, it's like, I think their history they'll talk about Joe DiMaggio and Lou Gehrig and Babe Ruth, but I think their history for casual Yankees fans starts with the Mick and goes forward, and it's usually all about Bernie Williams and everything like that. But Red Rolfe was a good player. Red Rolfe was a good player. There's the Mighty Tigers. Yeah, the more I look at this, the more I'm like, I gotta bust out that virtual machine and another PC and finish this up and bring it into APBA where it belongs. Anyhow. Dwayne likes Bob Serve. Yeah. So you went to the site of the Kansas City Stadium last year. Ken also visited the Negro Leagues Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum last year and regaled us. He sent some photos and told us some really cool stories. That would be something to see. Um, definitely be something to see. Wish they were hiring. I'd move to KC and work for them. Of course, I wish Cooperstown was hiring too, but what they're hiring for, I'm not qualified to do, unfortunately. Road trip. There you go. Road trip, road trip. That would be a hell of a nice road trip, actually. Get down to KC and oh my God, that'd be brilliant. There's just all kinds of cool stuff in Kansas City. So, going to Kansas City, gonna bring my baby back home. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Dwayne March says just hard playing, getting time, playing time with the Yankees in 1961 with Mantle, Maris, and Yogi Berra in the outfield. How about it? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's no denying. I mean, geez, look at that. I mean, your pitching rotation just on this bats roster is pretty scary. You got Cheesebro, who's your only dead baller. The Yankees again, later franchise, right? But Chesbro from the 1904 Highlanders. Then you got Red Ruffing. You got Herb Pennock. Using Herb Pennock's 1924 season, that's interesting. Of course, Wade Hoyt, Lefty Gomez. Talked about Lefty Gomez a little bit today in Legends Stream and his comment about Jimmy Fox. Yeah, it's hard to find for some of these players, isn't it? I mean, like you were saying earlier, Dick Groat is not getting really any playing time with the Pirates. When you have Arky Vaughan and Hannes Wagner, Dick Groat's kind of like, he's going to be just kind of, I don't know, pinch hitting role or something. Because, I mean, you know, obviously we know what kind of a hitter Wagner was, but Vaughn was no slouch either. And as you can see, he's in red. Did Dick Groat play any third? Maybe, you know, he gets, but Trainer's batting well for you, so I don't know. Of course, I also realized I don't do a lot of Pirates on my channel, and they're my favorite team. Don't know why that is. I have to fix that. Yeah, same for Mazeroski. I mean, you've got George Grantham is better. I mean, I would have George Grantham, even though Maz is a Hall of Famer and Grantham isn't. I'll take Grantham at second over Maz. You know, Maz fans might be upset about that, but I'll take George Grantham. Is that who you're starting at second for the Pirates? Cousin? Are you starting George Grantham? Lord Grantham, you know, he came over from Old Blighty from Downton Abbey to play for the Pirates. So there you go. It's a little trivia for you. Lord and Lady Grantham, right? Anyhow, I'm babbling and losing viewership. So Robbie's 1953 Brooklyn Dodgers and 1946 Red Sox. Good matchup. That 53 Brooklyn team, historians have argued actually they feel was stronger than the World Series winning 1955 Brooklyn team. So good stuff. Okay, so George Grantham starting now, but didn't at the beginning of the season. Yeah, I like George Grantham. Hopefully Lloyd Wayner is getting some playing time. Because let's see, you got in your outfield, you got Bill Verdon. Bill Verdon's you got center field. Lloyd Wayner is a center field also, but you play him in left, put Wayner in right. But you got Ralph Kiner. So Ralph Kiner pretty much takes Lloyd Wayner out of the game with that kind of power. Fred Clark. And then in center field you have Max Carey. So Bill Verdon, I'm guessing, doesn't get a lot of playing time because you got a hell of a leadoff hitter. And Fred Clark. So the Pirates always strong outfields and pretty fine infields too. that's always the challenge managing an all-time great Pirates team, is how do you even deal with those outfields? Because once you get past this and you get into, do you start Roberto Clemente? Do you start Dave Parker? Right? And then you add those into a larger all-time greats team, and Pirates outfields are like, it's like a kid in a candy store, but it's also like, I want to start Clemente, but I want to start Parker, but I want to start Paul Wainer, and on and on and on. So, yeah, Fred Clark's a hell of a, he's got wheels, good leadoff hitter if you're using him in that spot. Ralph has 5 home runs. Cool. All right, gents. Well, good little baseball chat here. Let me reload YouTube one more time. And I'm guessing it's probably going to be a Legends game either super late tonight or it's going to be tomorrow in the morning. So catch that. I'm actually finally starting a really, really cool new job on Sunday. I know that there was this job I was in for a while that took me away from the community, but this one is super rewarding, and I want to thank World's Worst Gamer in a comment. He wished me a lot of luck getting the job. Had the interview today and got it. I'm going to be doing dog training, dog rehabilitation, all that kind of stuff for some pretty nice coin. Looking forward to that. And it's going to be rewarding. I mean, hanging out and, with dogs all day and stuff like that, much preferable to some of the other stuff I was doing. So thank you to those of you who are well-wishers. I start that one on Sunday. Thank you, cousin, and still getting ready to do the audition for the Magic Theater too here in Lancaster, so between the two. And you guys, life is good. So yeah, looking forward. Hey, now that is great news. Cousin Ken says he passed cardiac rehab today. All right. Yeah, well, you're going to put me in cardiac rehab if you keep talking about you're playing out of the park baseball. I mean, dude, it's a badge of pride for you that you're cards and dice man. And here he comes now. He's like, are you sitting down? I'm glad you said that. Because the only game you've tolerated digitally is Diamond Mine, so holy shit. Ken says 8 weeks. He had the highest work volume of anyone over the 9 weeks. Way to go. Way to go. Proud of you, man. Knew you'd come through it. You're a tough dude, man. So, literally heart and soul of this channel, buddy. You got to be around a long time. And you will be. Got to have somebody to keep Clinton in line. Right? Always. We love you, cuz. I mean, there's not too many people. There's nobody I'd put a project on hold for. Like we did the KCCL tournament. There was no way we were going to play that while you were busy getting better. So. No, it's, you don't live on spare parts, man. You're becoming the $6 million man. Of course, adjusted from $1970 to now, what, you're probably like the $800 million man or something. Kidney pacemaker, new valve. Yeah, dude, go for it. Why not? Just happy you're doing well and, rolling up games like a maniac and just enjoying it all. It's not the same when you're not around, bud. It's not the same. And we even had the honor of 2 nights in a row of having Robbie Wartburg in here. Holy hell. Dwayne, what do you have coming up before we sign off? What times or whenever? You have some games coming up? It means a lot here because you're a mentor, man. So there's a local Sabre meeting coming up I should go to here, and I think it's on the 25th. Speaking of. Hey, Mark. All right. Saying hey to the lads and to the man Castro. Great to see you, Mark. So excellent, excellent. Glad. It was very good of you, Mark, to come in and say hi to Mr. Castro, for whom none of these shenanigans. I think they're like electing officers or stuff, but I thought it'd be just nice to go and say hi. All right, so Dwayne says tomorrow he'll be continuing his 1961 replay with APBA and Digital Diamond Baseball, so that's coming up. And I'm assuming Legends will be tomorrow as well. Robert says there's no baseball in his show or in his thing tomorrow. I do think the Shanks League is tomorrow night. Shanks 3-0. I think. I haven't checked the Discord yet, but I think it is. And then maybe after that, depending upon how long that goes, we'll do game 3 or 4, whichever it is, the 1915 World Series, and see if the Phils can see what they can do. All right. Good stuff, guys. Thank you for coming in. As we're about to finally sign off. We've been saying we're going to sign off since this game was over. But I just felt like bullshitting a little baseball and whatever tonight, because it's been really a while, not counting yesterday, that I had a chance to really talk or anything like that. So it means a lot. It means a lot to just hang out with you guys and have a little chin wag about the old ball game or whatever floats your boat. Okay, guys, I'm going to shut it down. Thank you to Dwayne Martz, to Mark Roberts, the heart and soul of this channel, Cousin Ken Castro, Robbie Wartburg, who does all our heavy lifting here. Thank you, Robbie. Appreciate you, man, as always. So, a small chat tonight, but an active one, which is always welcome. Legend Sports Universe graced us for a while, as did Christopher Slovic. And let's see who wins. Samuel Smith was here, and Bernard Strom was here. And tonight, Bernard Strom wins the Robbie Wartburg bobblehead doll. So I think he has like 6 of them. Guys, until next we meet, have fun, live baseball, love it, digital it, dice it, slice and dice it, argue, proclaim the true faith, and we'll see you around the batting cage. All right, good night, guys.